Oh, that's the grandpa? No, that's grandma. Holy shit. Grandpa's looking in the sun.
What? Hey, what's up guys?
Cantomando here.
If you guys are new to this channel, I'm Edward,
Mike,
Sheldon, and welcome to the Cantomando Squad. What do we have today, Sheldon?
Today we have the 4 generations challenge. 四代挑战 saying to The video is called 4 generations of moms and dads. We're gonna check it out and see what it's about, alright?
Before we start today's video, big thanks to our Pungos on Patreon for supporting us. And if you guys are interested, the link is down below. Without further ado, let's go! This sounds really interesting. What is it about?
Okay, wait. Let me make a guess. Alright, I guess it's about like how Asians don't age.
I guess it's about like interaction with a child with their mom, with their grandma, with their great grandma.
Look, it's 3 minutes long, man. I know, but no, but this
wait,
doesn't cut that much.
Are you ready?
Okay, I don't know what exactly it is, but I think something about that. Wheelchair?
How is she? Woo! That's so cute. Oh, that's so cute.
No, Papa's.
Man, that's so young.
Yeah.
Actually, Asians don't raisin.
Oh, look at him coming to the screen. Oh, he's so happy.
This is so sweet. Whoa,
That's a
She's
mom?
young. Oh, yo, they're so young.
Ah!
Dude, there's no way this is
Wait.
like the moms.
Oh. That's so cute.
It's so funny when they say Baba and last time it comes in so slowly with the cane, right?
That's so cute though.
Oh, it's so cute when they like waddle in, right?
Oh, dude. Wait,
That's one time.
were you guys ever able to do this?
Yeah. No.
Like, did you guys meet your Taipo or Taiye?
No.
I met my Taipo when I was young.
Really?
I remember it. I don't like remember that well. Like I remember meeting her and everything.
Dude, my grandma, my cousin's married. He's 30. My grandma is almost 90, and you see my grandma, right?
Yeah.
She walks so fast, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Yo, Edward's grandma can do the splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, chúng ta ngó.
She's insane. She's like, she's
energetic.
watch this.
Bigger.
There's a split, right?
Yeah.
So actually, I think it's gonna be very soon. My grandma is gonna be able to see her great grandchildren.
That's so sweet.
Because my cousin is married now.
That's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah.
It's actually so heartwarming. The first time I saw them out, and like
Yeah.
the grandma like going like this and waddling out, right?
so sweet,
and
right?
the great grandma like with a cane. By the time it gets to like the great grandfather, he's very slow always with a cane, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like great grandmothers sometimes like coming out like super energetic.
Yeah,
like,
she's like
yeah. This music. Holy shit.
Oh, that's the grandpa? No, that's grandma. Holy shit. Grandpa's looking in the sun.
Whoa! That's not. This is a lie.
Well,
Boss
that's very young.
swag.
Oh, that's very young.
Wait,
Oh, that's very young too, actually.
You guys are so young. Wait, what surprises me the most is the third one, the grandparent. It's always so young.
Whoa! Whoa! That's cute. That's
Yeah,
cute.
the guys are met. Cool tea. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, that's so cute. Especially that kid's pretty old. That kid's
Yeah.
probably 10. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, who's saying? I'm finding out that I'm like constantly surprised by how young the third generation is.
Yeah.
So the grandparent, right? So you know those memes about how like Asians like always the same until like 90? It's so
Oh,
true.
okay.
Look at the gap.
Right?
Look at the gap between those two. It's like boom.
No, Asians are literally like young until you're about 50, 60. Like you look exactly the same. And then suddenly it's like boom. Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. If you're a teen parent at 16, and then your kid's a teen parent,
64.
It's very possible actually.
Okay, to be honest, I don't even think people were having that much sex for leisure during that time.
But how do you know, man?
Because the go call. You think you have time when you have go call for a million people?
Think about how many aunts you have, bro.
My grandparents had like 9 siblings.
Exactly.
This is so cute. Look how young she is.
Oh.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
It's like the instant change, like when you get to the 90. You're dancing.
Woman each. Oh.
Look at this is chicken dance.
Your grandma's so cute, man.
The chicken dance, dude.
Oh, that guy's wearing 2 brooms?
Yeah.
That grandma's wearing 2 brooms.
That's so cute, dude. Oh, that's so cute.
Dude. So much family joy, right?
Yeah.
Kind of makes me want to go home right now.
Nah, I wish I want to go home so bad.
Huh?
Cutest in the world.
It's so
man.
cute, right?
This was one of the challenges where you really feel. I remember we reacted to something similar like this.
It was a Doji
It was
The Doji chopsticks,
the
right?
chopsticks
Yeah.
one.
Very heartwarming, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to visit like my grandparents.
When I was really young, I obviously could never appreciate my grandparents that late, right? Because I wasn't really raised with my grandparents directly. You know, I'd just like get thrown back to Macau for a summer and then I'd be there. Back then, like when my grandparents passed away, like it was like I knew I should be sad because of my family, but like I didn't feel in the same way like you would feel as if you're older, right?
I understand, yeah. You need to spend time with someone to
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
The other half of that is maybe you should take time to do it. Right?
Yeah, but it's like back then I was so young. Like back then, I would just get thrown to Macau for the entire summer and stuff. But it's like back then, like it's not like I realized things. Like you were raised in China by your grandparents. It's very different, right?
Yeah.
Now like my grandpa's actually in hospital and everything, right? But like recently, it's just been like I've been just visiting like really often and everything, and like I want to do this thing where like I wrote him a letter in Chinese, right? And just like that made me so much more attached, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't you tell a story about how like you printed it out and then he was like, wow, your Chinese writing is so nice.
Yeah. So I wrote a letter to my grandpa in Chinese. Back then I could never do it. You know, like my first letter thing I said to my grandpa was like, I'm so sad that when I was younger I didn't practice Chinese because I was never able to properly communicate with you, right?
Yeah.
I gave him the letter and the first thing he said was like, wow, your writing is so good, right? And I was like, yeah, I printed this entire thing.
Did you see how he reacted? Like after he finished like reading it?
Oh, dude, man, like, I went to visit him in the hospital recently, and like, the letter was like all like worn out from him reading it and that stuff over and over again. Apparently, mom told me that he showed the nurses and everything. He's like, you got what's It's so easy because we live such busy lives.
Yeah.
It's just like, they're like, oh, I'm hanging with my friends, I'm hanging with my friends, and then just forget about like the family and everything. But especially after watching this, it's just like it really puts into perspective for me, like how much that side really means to me, you know.
My story, it's like my mom's side, the grandparents I'm really close with, and they're always with me, like live with. They kind of raised me.
係好搞笑啊！梗係好搞笑，第日你仲搞笑啊要你。
My dad's side, not really, so like I never got to spend much time with them. I think I spent like one summer that I could recall there in China with them, and they recently passed away, and I was there like as one of the last people to like see them. But like again, it's like I really wish I had the chance to spend more time with them, right? It's like I just never got the chance to spend time with them.
I think I'm very lucky to not have that situation.
哇，做菜好吃了，啊？煎的，好吃吗？
Man, like I kind of really want to go back now because when you get to that age, every day is a risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel more or less of an obligation. Not obligation, but a want to go back.
Yeah.
As I grow old.
It's just like as a kid you just take for granted all the time, right? It's like, oh, they're always gonna be there. Family time is something that I don't take for granted at all.
應該唔使話你愛人啊，
咁啊話啫，你唔使講阿媽低我仔女㗎啦。
唔係，就不過有時聽下好感
聽下就
動
好，
啊嘛。
你就總之聽啫，你
哦，咁我愛你啊，婆婆。
愛我哋直情我知道係。
It's like something that I really appreciate, you know what I mean?
Because we worked really hard in that store.
No, yeah, okay, no, but I mean like
My grandma and I played a lot of games together.
你要舐到呢度，你要舐到，做唔到你。
Like we spanked each other's asses and run away. no weird, like not a weird way, but it's like
Way to break the tension, Edward.
it's like
Way to break the series.
and then we run away, right? And then she tried to chase after me. I'm like, I run faster, so she can't spank my ass.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not weird, dude. It's really cute if you're just in real life. Dude, Mike, can you have this one?
What?
Show my grandma some respect, bro.
I do as well.
So question for you guys. Would you guys want to marry young to achieve this kind of like, have this kind of thing, you know?
I wouldn't marry young just to achieve this.
Yeah.
Like if that's the question you're asking.
Because like at the same time, like this is why your parents are always like, well, yo, like when are you gonna get married? When we'll have grandkids and stuff? Because of something like this, right? They want to see that, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't like do it specifically for this cause, but this is just like a very beautiful byproduct of something that just naturally happened.
Right. Because that's why, like, I feel, especially in Chinese culture, that their parents are always like, oh, like your parents are always like, when am I gonna grandchildren? They're always pushing it because they want to see that, right? It's like for me, I'm always like, oh, like why would I want kids so early, right?
Yeah.
Especially for us. But like seeing this is just like,
It's heartwarming.
it's very heartwarming.
Thank you guys
for watching today's video.
And like always, remember to smash that like button and comment down below what's your favorite activity with your grandparents growing up. And if you haven't yet,
Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I guess for this one, there's no otherwise.
I think
but please.
for this one, what I want to say to you guys is like, tell your loved ones how you feel.
Yeah.
It's something like I learned that's never too late to do. Like write it out if you can, like I did with my grandpa, or say it like we did in our I love you video. But like you never know when it's the end of like that 4 generations. Right?
dude, why you gotta make
Yeah.
people cry, man?
And as always,
I think you say that all the time.
Next time.
再见。